sitting in a fabulous veteran car. It's made by Siddeley, which has got nothing whatsoever to do with Ascot. So why are we here?
We're here because the Armstrong Siddeley Owners Club is very, very active in this area, and we thought it would be rather nice for us to bring a few cars along.
And what a day you've chosen. And you brought not just this lovely green goddess, but you brought others. So
we have indeed.
Let's have a look down here. And so we've got a selection here. We've got 1930s one.
1934, yes.
1934. And on here, this looks a little bit later. Tell me about this one.
Well, this is 1956.
Yep.
This is an Armstrong Siddeley Sapphire. More or less the last type that was made. There was one slightly later that looks, in fact, virtually identical.
Now, I mean, one has to say that John Siddeley himself was, can I call him a bit promiscuous? Because he did hop in and out of bed from a sort of commercial point of view with lots of people, because he started off on his own as Siddeley, then he hopped into bed with Wolsey, then it was Deasy, and then finally it was Armstrong. So, and here we've got what is perhaps the most obvious trademark of any Armstrong Siddeley, the Sphinx. Now, there's a good story behind that, isn't it? What was the story?
Absolutely. In about 1912, a journalist tested one of the cars, and afterwards he remarked that it was as silent and as inscrutable as the Sphinx. So they adopted it as the mascot.
And it's been through several permutations, but I have to say, this one is perhaps the weirdest, with this very stylised Sphinx, with what looked like jet engines either side. What's the reason for that?
That's exactly it. By the time this car was made in '56, they were probably making rather more jet engines than they were cars. And in fact, the car is named after the Sapphire jet engine. And hence, the poor Sphinx has got jet engines on its head.
Yes, it doesn't sit very happily there, does it? Well, back to the 1904 veteran car. I mean, being in a car club, I guess all you folks know what your cars are worth, you've got them properly insured and so on.
Yes.
The difference with this one is the real surge in the market for veteran cars, which has happened really over the last 2 or 3 years, because the London to Brighton rally has become a much bigger event, and as a result, all these early cars have gone up in value.
Great explosion in value.
Absolutely right. And value today, minimum of 50,000. I wouldn't be at all surprised if it wasn't perhaps as much as 75 or so. So a real cracker. And something that takes me back to my past, because I used to do the veteran car run in my 1902 Panhard Levasseur.
Wonderful.
Great.
Thank you.